Hey mama, if you're listening to this, you might be carrying a secret that feels too heavy to speak out loud. You look like you got it all together, you serve at church, maybe you even lead a Bible study. You smile when you drop off the kids, but no one sees the other side of you, the one that comes out behind closed doors. At home, you are a completely different person. You yell, you explode, you scream at your kids, sometimes in their face. You tell them to shut up. You grab them too harshly. You throw things across the room. You smack them in anger, twist their ears, spank them in rage, and immediately after, you are hit with a tidal wave of shame. You cry alone in your room and you whisper, "God, what is wrong with me?" You feel scared and disgusted by your own reactions. You're terrified that someone might find out. You wonder if your kids would be better off without you. You feel unworthy, broken, and too far gone to be redeemed. You try to fix this on your own. You listen to podcasts, parenting books, download freebies, but nothing changes. You keep falling back into the same patterns, and it feels like you are stuck in a cycle that you can't break. You don't trust yourself anymore, and if you're honest, you are afraid of who you've become. But here's the truth, Mama. You are not beyond hope. You're not alone, and with God's help and the right support, you can change. I'm Elizabeth, a mom of 4 and an anger management coach for Christian moms. And inside my Calm Christian Mom coaching program, I guide women just like you through a powerful transformation. This isn't shallow behavior management. We go deep. We address your triggers, your stress, your mindset, your nervous system, and the spiritual root behind your patterns. We invite God into every layer and walk hand in hand towards healing. In just 12 weeks, you can become a completely different mom, unrecognizable. One who leads with patience, not panic. One whose children feel emotionally safe around her. One who cultivates peace. This summer, I'm offering a Calm Mama strategy session, a powerful 15-minute one-on-one coaching session designed to help you uncover the root of your anger and receive spiritual, emotional, and practical support. It's your chance to experience what coaching is like with me before diving deeper into ongoing support. If we both feel like the full program is the next right step, we can talk about what that looks like for you. You don't have to keep living like this. Your family is worth healing, and so are you. Use the link in the show notes to book the Calm Mama strategy session.
Did you feel like your patience went out the window once you had kids? I get it. I used to think I was the most patient person in the world, and then I had my kids. I started yelling, even screaming, and doing and saying things I regret. And then the guilt. I didn't want anyone to know about this. I would even feel ashamed to share some of this with my husband and tell him about the things that I said and did. One day I crossed the line and it shook me to my core. My anger got the best of me and I hurt my child in the process. That is when I realized I need help, a change, a solution. The Bible teaches us, be angry and do not sin. It talks about self-control, and boy, did I need it more than ever. If you're nodding along, I've got some incredible news for you. It's time to break the cycle of unmanaged anger and embrace a new chapter of motherhood, one filled with patience, control, and positive choices. I'm inviting you to Chaos to Calm workshop. It is happening August 15th through the 17th, Tuesday through Thursday next week, and it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time each day. So get ready for the transformation. In this workshop, in these 3 days, you'll discover how to get to the root of your anger, understand and uncover why your anger is showing up in the first place. We're going to talk about self-care and things that you can do proactively to support yourself so you feel good internally, so you don't even lash out at anger that much. And then we'll talk about positive choices in hard moments. Master making choices that you're proud of, even when your temper does flare up. So if you're a Christian mom who struggles with shame and guilt because you're reacting in anger and frustration and making sinful choices, this workshop is for you. It's a ticket to a happier home, peaceful heart, and it's going to help you be the mom you've always wanted to be. No more waking up with regret or struggling with those overpowering emotions. It's time to rewrite your story. Friend, feeling angry is not a sin. Feeling angry and saying and doing hurtful things to others or to yourself is sinful. Join me and other moms in taking charge of our anger and stepping into a grace-filled, patient moms we are meant to be. The workshop. My beautiful friend, I am back from taking a little break from the podcast. Thank you so much for not saying anything rude or mean about that, and I appreciate it. And I've only had positive feedback from moms that emailed me and reached out to me and said that they are proud of me for taking this break. And you know what? I'm proud of myself too, because as an overachiever, somebody who likes to keep going, and I absolutely love my podcast. I love it. I love it. It's so life-giving to me. I could literally do this all day long and talk into a microphone. Anyways, I'm proud of myself for taking that break and being there for my kids and showing up and being more present with my kids. And so behind the scenes, I was working a little bit, but it was just whenever I had that time. I wasn't forcing it. It was when I felt comfortable and when I didn't feel like I was multitasking with my kids. So our summer was really full. We had lots of changes, lots of things happening in our family. I will do an update, but a little sneak peek. We got another member of our family. We got a little puppy, a little Pomeranian, a white little fluffy puppy. His name is Fluffy. So I will share a little bit more about that. But today I want to share with you hacks. Hacks for a back to school to make mom life easier. Things that will simplify things, make it a little bit easier for you, to maybe make your mornings go a little bit smoother. I will also link a podcast episode in the show notes that I did with a friend of mine, Kaylee, and we talked about back to school things that will be helpful for you, how to prep ahead of time to make the mornings and just the transition easier so things are less hectic, less stressful, more peaceful, and more calm. But I wanted to share some of mine that we implement in our family. So take it or leave it. These are the things that have been helpful for me with my kids. My boys, all three of them go to school. My oldest is 11 and a half. My second one is 8 and a half. And my third one is 6. So take it or leave it, but these hacks have been helpful for us. So what we do with our kids, number one, is our oldest son, he packs the lunches the night before. This is one of his nighttime chores. He packs the lunches for him and his brothers. Or you can, do school lunch, but we choose to pack lunches. I want my kids to learn how to have responsibility and have these chores. And yes, we have some, fights in the evening, but this is one of the chores that he does get paid for. So we have chores that our kids do that are paid and that are unpaid. And when it comes to like doing things for the home, for the family, when you're part of a team type of thing, they get paid for those chores, like mowing the lawn, taking out the trash, cleaning the bathrooms, picking up the living room, sweeping the floors, doing the dishes. Those chores they get paid for. Chores like doing their own laundry, doing their homework, cleaning up their room, sorting their laundry and putting it away. Those things they do not get paid for. Those are just their responsibility because they live in this house and they're, doing the work. But if your child is old enough, and one of the things that you can do is having a paid chore for them to pack lunches the night before. So he has a list of things like a fruit and a vegetable, a yummy snack, a sandwich that he makes for all of his siblings. Sometimes I help him out or my husband helps him out, but a lot of the days that he will do it on his own. And that's just his evening chore that he does for the family. And number 2 is, I think you're going to like this. So if you have a child who maybe has ADHD and has a really hard time getting out the door in the mornings, this will be helpful. Have them sleep in their clothes, in their school clothes the night before. My son He is 8.5, and last year we had a hard time getting him in the mornings, getting him out of bed, dressed, and ready for the day. Plus, he has to unload the dishwasher. That's his morning chore. And so it's just been really hard. Sometimes he likes to sleep in, and it's just harder to get him up and running. So we had conflict on that topic, and I asked him, I said, Matthew, I feel like we have a really hard time you getting up in the mornings and getting out the door. Do you have any solutions? What do you think would make mornings easier, would feel less stressful and better for you? Because I know you don't like me repeating. I know you don't like the tension. I don't like it either. I don't like to run late. So he came up with the idea of sleeping in his clothes. And you know what? He seems to be comfortable. It's clean. And it doesn't bother him. But guess what? It makes mornings way, way smoother. Sometimes my 6-year-old does that too. Not always. He seems to have an easier time in the mornings, but it really, really helps my son, who I'm pretty sure has ADHD. So it's been a game changer for us. So you could try it with your kids. Take it or leave it. This might be really helpful. Number 3, have a little picture chart and what to do. Like before they leave for school, have a little chart that shows them what things they need to do in the mornings. So, get up, brush your teeth, get dressed, get your backpack ready by the door, fill your water bottle, whatever it is. So that way they can follow that chart, do their chores, and then this goes along with the next one is all our kids in our family, they are allowed to watch something in the morning, like some screens, after they complete all the things on their list. So if they complete all their chores, they get dressed, they get ready, they make their bed, they brush their teeth, the backpack is by their door, they have their socks on, they, all the things, whatever you need to do, to get them out ready, and they're sitting there to eat breakfast, they are allowed to watch something. That motivates my kids. I mean, I know some people don't like to do screen time in the morning. It's up to you. For me, it works well because that allows me to have a moment to get dressed, and my kids are not fighting or arguing. They're just eating there. I just have to remind them to eat. And they're watching screens for 10 minutes or something. But that is helpful for me. That is something that I am okay with, and take it or leave it. It's up to you. And number 5 is using a timer. So I have an alarm or a timer, whatever you call it, that goes off on my phone at 7:30. So we have to get out the door at 7:40, like in the car. And so at 7:30, the alarm goes off. That means we turn everything off, turn off the screens, and I'm telling the kids to get ready and to go to the car because, as you know, there's going to be conflict. Oftentimes, sometimes we have a meltdown, resistance, whatever. It gives me 10 minutes. Versus trying to get out the door at, 7:38 or 7:40. So at 7:30, the alarm goes off and I say, okay, it's time to get to the car. And it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. So that is something that could be helpful for you. I found it helpful. So I'm going to recap those. Have one of the older kids, if they're old enough, to prep the lunches the night before, or you can buy school lunches, and we pay our kids for those. So we pay for our oldest to pack lunches. It's this paid chore. Number 2 is you can have one of your kids, or all of them if you want to, sleep in their clothes the night before. And so it's easier in the mornings. They don't have to get dressed for the day. Number 3, have a picture chart telling them what to do. What are the things that they need to get done in the morning before they get out the door? You can go to Canva. It's a free website where you can just, pick pictures there and just create, on a piece of paper and just print it off, And then number 4 is having your kids do all the morning chores and have a reward for them to watch their screens or their chores and all the things they need to do in the morning to get dressed and ready for the day. As a motivation, have them watch screens, and then you can use that time to go change or whatever, get yourself ready out the door. And number 5 is using a timer or an alarm that goes off at a specific time to tell everybody it's time to turn everything off and start getting into the car. They argue less with an alarm than they argue with you. So those are my tips. Those are my hacks, my personal hacks that I use with my kids. I know there's so many other online, but these are the ones that have been helpful for me to make my mornings easier so things are less stressful, less chaotic. Of course, we still have our moments. I'm not perfect. I haven't been really great this past week, with adding a new puppy to our family, at the transition with that, and all the school stuff that we had to go to, and the evenings to go meet the teachers, and oh my gosh, just all the emails and all the things. I've been a little bit more stressed out. You get it, I'm sure. A little bit more frustrated with the kids. It's not them, it's me. And the good thing is that I know what it is and I know what I need to do. Okay. And so that's what I want for you, to know what is going on and what you need to do. And that's why I'm reminding you, there is a 3-day workshop next week. You're invited, my friend. If you feel like you're constantly reacting in anger and you're making sinful choices, when you do that, you say and do hurtful things, you regret it, you feel shame, you feel guilt, you literally feel like you're failing at motherhood and you are not showing up in a way that you're proud of, this workshop is for you. I will teach you what you need to know to understand the root of your anger, things that you can do to support yourself proactively so you're less angry to begin with. And then things that you can do in the heat of the moment when you do feel triggered so you respond in a godly and a God-honoring way that you don't regret, that you're proud of, and that feels good to you. My friend, I'm inviting you. You can also invite a friend to this workshop. I know this is a sensitive topic. I get it. But if you have a friend that ever shared with you that this is what she's struggling with, invite her over. The link is in the show notes. I will see you there. I am so excited for this workshop. It is so needed. And it's going to be so transformational and game-changing for you. I'm praying over you, my friend. You are in my prayers every day. Yes, you, mama. You. I'm praying over you for God to give you peace and wisdom and guidance and clarity what the next step is. And if you feel led that you need further support, I'm here. I'm here for you. This is what my calling is. This is part of my calling outside of being a mother and a wife and a believer and a podcast host. It is a calling to help you and support you, my friend. I will see you next week in the workshop. Bye. Until next time.
Hey mama, do you find yourself snapping over the smallest things, like spilled milk or constant whining, then feeling horrible afterwards? If you're tired of losing your temper and you want to show up with more patience, I have something for you. It's a free training called How to Be More Patient with Your Kids so you're not screaming over spilled milk. Inside, I'll walk you through 10 simple things you can start doing today to become a calmer, more Christ-like mom, even on the hard days. To get it for free, just leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and send a screenshot to hello@emotionallyhealthylegacy.com. Or if you'd rather skip the wait, you can grab it right now for just $27. The link is in the show notes. Let's help you become the peaceful, patient mom your kids need.